Okay, so last time we looked at version control for installing the programming language that we're going to be using, which is Python. And now we're going to look at a version control system that we're going to need for the packages and third-party libraries that we're going to be using. Okay, so I've written a blog here again. I'm going to follow along from this blog. This one's actually written really well. I use some good analogies, which I'm going to repeat now in this YouTube video. Yeah, I mean, some of my blog, so I look at it and I think, Jesus, like, it looks like it's written by a hamster on Ritalin, but this one's actually worded quite well, so do check it out if you can. So the analogy that I've used is that the programming language themselves, that is the analogy is that's the builder, okay? And the packages that we're going to be using are the tools that the builder can use. So if you were to imagine that you had a builder from the 1800s and you were to hand him an electrical drill, he wouldn't understand how to use that, right? Similarly, if you were to try and, connect up and use a third-party library in Python that connects to a cryptocurrency website, but you're using, for example, a Python language that you downloaded in 1997, then there's going to be conflicts there because that language wasn't built when cryptocurrency was around. And obviously, I'm using a huge time span there, but the same principle applies. Like, technology changes so rapidly that we need to have these systems in place. So, okay, so what is Pipenv? How does it work? So Pipenv, again, it's a version control management system for the libraries that you use, and to use it, it's quite straightforward. So if we just get a new window here, open up the terminal for you guys. And this time I'm going to remember to zoom in because last time you guys couldn't view it. Okay, so because you already have Python downloaded, and you can double check that you've got Python downloaded like this, it means that you automatically will have the package manager called pip, sorry. So with pip, I can do pip install pipenv. Okay, so if you guys do this, it's going to download pipenv, which is going to be our control manager. Okay, so now we've got this. What we can do is, if I just go into any folder that I want to go into, see what we've got here. So, for example, if I just go into finance apps, and I'm just going to make a random directory called, let's say, what's this, Pipenv tutorial. Spelled that, absolutely butchered the spelling of that, but we move forward. Then I can go into it, tutorial. How have I spelled it? So I'm just going to cd into this. Okay, so now if I just open this up, now traditionally what you do is, let's say for example we want to work with a package. Let's use Y-Finance for example, okay, which is a package to get stock data. Then you normally just do pip install Y-Finance, okay? And that will work fine. But actually, do you know what? Let's actually show you the difference. So if I do pip install Y-Finance, okay? Okay. So now we've installed Y-Finance, okay? And we can see that inside this folder, nothing has happened at all, okay? All that's happened is we've installed this somewhere, and within this folder, we don't really know anything about it. So that means in the future, when we come back to it, we don't really know. It means that when we work with other developers and we share this code on GitHub, they won't know. So this is where Pipenv comes in. We also, obviously, the main point of this sort of video is to discuss how we don't know about the version control. Which version of it are we working with? So let's instead now use Pipenv. So if I do Pipenv install Y-Finance, let's look at the difference. Okay, so you can see here it says creating a pip file. Nearly done. Okay, so if we now go into this pip file, we can see here that we've using this package here, Y-Finance. The Python version required is 3.11, because that's my global Python version at the moment. And if we go into this and we go down to Y-Finance, if we just search it, just do a Command F, Y Finance, we can see the version of Y Finance that we're using as well. Okay, and this is all stored within the code. So when we share this with everyone, this is already here. There's no extra steps we need to take. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it means that moving forward, we know which versions we're on. If we want to make small incremental upgrades, we can. So for example, we can say Pipenv upgrade Y Finance, and that will do that. And we can check if there's any errors, so we can slowly move up to higher versions. What we don't want to do is just randomly be updating, not really understanding what's going on, have no version control, no history. So each time you do that, you can be uploading it to GitHub and all that good stuff. But yeah, so there we go. So now we have it. So that's how to download our packages. We've done how to download Python, and now we're ready to get into the code.